Have you ever wondered if you're dating a narcissist? Narcissism, a personality disorder characterized by an inflated sense of self-importance and a deep need for excessive attention and admiration, can make relationships challenging. When these traits are present in a partner, it can lead to a toxic and unhealthy relationship dynamic. It's crucial to identify these traits early on to protect yourself and your emotional well-being. Stay tuned as we uncover the red flags of dating a narcissist. First up on the list is excessive charm. Now, it's normal to be charmed by a new love interest, but when it feels like you're in a Hollywood romance movie from the get-go, you might want to pump the brakes a bit. Narcissists are often very charismatic, and they're experts at making you feel like the most important person in the room. They might shower you with compliments, praise your every move, or even express their love for you way too soon. It's intoxicating, and it's designed to be. But here's the catch. This charm often masks a lack of genuine interest in you as a person. Narcissists use charm as a tool to draw you in and make you dependent on their approval. It's not about you, it's about them and their need to be admired and desired. Consider this example. Let's say you're sharing a personal story, and instead of empathizing or asking follow-up questions, they quickly steer the conversation back to themselves. It might seem like they're relating to your experience, but in reality, they're just finding another opportunity to be the center of attention. So, how can you spot excessive charm? Look for inconsistencies. If their words don't match their actions, or if they seem overly interested in winning you over rather than getting to know you, those could be signs of narcissistic charm. Remember, real love takes time, and it involves a genuine interest in the other person. So, if your partner's charm feels over the top, it might be a red flag. The second red flag is a lack of empathy. This is a critical characteristic of narcissism that often goes unnoticed until we're deeply entangled in the relationship. Narcissists, by their very nature, struggle with empathy. They find it difficult to understand or share the feelings of others, often because they're so focused on themselves. Imagine you've had a tough day at work, and you're looking for a little understanding from your partner. Instead of offering a comforting word or a listening ear, a narcissistic partner might dismiss your feelings, or worse, turn the conversation back to themselves. This isn't because they're intentionally trying to hurt you, it's simply that their world revolves around their own experiences, their own feelings, and their own needs. A narcissist's lack of empathy can also manifest in the form of insensitivity towards your boundaries. They may dismiss your needs or ignore your discomfort in certain situations. They might make decisions that affect both of you without consulting you, or they may fail to consider how their actions might make you feel. They can even trivialize your achievements because they can't truly share in your joy. Remember, empathy is not just about understanding someone else's feelings. It's about acknowledging those feelings, validating them, and responding to them in a caring manner. A partner who struggles to empathize with you, who doesn't show compassion or understanding when you're hurting, or who can't celebrate your wins with you, could be showing a sign of narcissism. Third on our list is manipulation. This is a tool often wielded by narcissists, a treacherous weapon they use to control their partners, bending them to their will and reshaping their reality. To understand manipulation in the context of a relationship, imagine this. You're in an argument with your partner. Instead of addressing the issue at hand, they turn the tables, making you feel guilty for even bringing it up. They might say something like, "You're always so sensitive," or "You're overreacting." These are classic examples of gaslighting, a form of manipulation where the manipulator tries to make you question your own sanity and perceptions. Another common manipulation tactic is the use of love bombing. This involves showering you with affection and praise, but not out of genuine love. Instead, it's a strategy to make you emotionally dependent on them. It's like a roller coaster ride, where the highs are intoxicating but the lows are devastating, keeping you hooked and desperate for the next high. And let's not forget the silent treatment. This is when your partner gives you the cold shoulder, refusing to communicate until you give in to their demands. It's a blatant power play meant to make you feel small and powerless. These are just a few examples of how manipulation can manifest in a relationship. It's important to remember that everyone deserves respect and understanding in a relationship. If you find yourself constantly questioning your worth or sanity, it's time to take a step back and evaluate your situation. Manipulation is a major red flag to look out for when dating. The fourth red flag is a constant need for admiration. Narcissists aren't just people who love to look at themselves in the mirror. They're individuals who crave constant praise and attention. Their self-esteem is, paradoxically, both inflated and fragile. They rely on others to feed their ego, to reinforce their grandiose self-image. This constant need for admiration is a hallmark of narcissism, and it's something that can put a significant strain on a relationship. Imagine being in a relationship where your partner always wants to be the center of attention, where they constantly need validation and praise. It can be exhausting. You might feel like you're living in their shadow, like your needs and desires are being overlooked. You might feel like you're not being heard, like you're not being seen. It's emotionally draining to be in a relationship with a narcissist. Their need for admiration can make you feel like you're just a prop in their one-person show, like you're there to bolster their ego and nothing more. It's a one-sided relationship where your role is to admire them, to tell them how wonderful they are, to feed their insatiable need for praise and attention. This isn't a healthy dynamic. A relationship should be a partnership, a two-way street. It should be about mutual respect, understanding, and care. If your partner is constantly seeking admiration, constantly needing to be the center of attention, then you might be dealing with a narcissist. If your partner constantly seeks admiration, they might be a narcissist. The fifth and final red flag is a sense of entitlement. Now, what does this mean? Well, it's quite simple. Those with narcissistic tendencies often harbor a belief that they are inherently deserving of special treatment. This isn't about having high standards or expecting respect, which we all should. Rather, it's about an unshakable conviction that they are, in some way, above others. How does this entitlement manifest? It could be as blatant as expecting constant praise and attention, or as subtle as dismissing your feelings or needs as unimportant. They may demand the best of everything, the finest food, the most luxurious vacations, the most expensive gifts, regardless of whether it's reasonable or fair. In the context of a relationship, this sense of entitlement can lead to a serious lack of respect. A narcissistic partner may feel they have the right to dictate your time, your decisions, and even your feelings. They may see themselves as the center of the universe and expect you to orbit around them, catering to their every whim and desire. Remember, a healthy relationship is built on mutual respect, understanding, and compromise. If your partner consistently places their needs above yours or dismisses your feelings as irrelevant, it's time to ask yourself, are they demonstrating a sense of entitlement? So there you have it. A sense of entitlement is a clear sign of narcissism. It's the fifth red flag to watch for, and it's a crucial one. Stay tuned for our conclusion where we'll wrap up everything we've discussed. To recap, here are the 5 red flags we've discussed today. Firstly, excessive charm. Beware of those who sweep you off your feet too swiftly with their charisma and grand gestures. These individuals may be using their charm to create an illusion, a facade to hide their true intentions. It's important to remember that genuine connections take time to build. The second red flag is a lack of empathy. Narcissists often struggle with understanding and sharing the feelings of others. They might dismiss your emotions or even use them against you. If your partner can't empathize with your feelings, it's a clear sign that something is not quite right. Next, we discussed manipulation. Narcissists are masters at twisting situations and conversations to their advantage. They might gaslight you, making you question your own perceptions and memory. Manipulation is a tool they use to maintain control and power in the relationship. The fourth red flag is a constant need for admiration. Narcissists thrive on the attention and praise of others. They need to be in the spotlight, and they crave validation. If your partner is overly concerned with their image and how others perceive them, it's a warning sign of narcissism. Lastly, we highlighted entitlement as a red flag. Narcissists often believe they deserve special treatment and have a right to whatever they desire. They may disregard the needs or feelings of others in pursuit of their own wants. If your partner displays a sense of entitlement, it's another sign to be cautious. These red flags are not exhaustive, but they provide a good starting point for identifying potential narcissistic tendencies. It's crucial to remember that everyone can display some of these traits from time to time, but when they become a consistent pattern, it's a cause for concern. Remember, it's important to trust your instincts when dating. If these red flags sound familiar, it might be time to reevaluate your relationship.